Hey there, morning everybody. I was supposed to have my hair unbraided by the time it went live. I decided to take a sip of coffee instead. So I have blue hair. Look at that. Blue in my hair. And I am fucking in love with it because it's just so freaking cool. So that's not really what conscious coffee is about. I was just using the mermaid thing, but yeah, blue in my hair, and I'm just in love. I'm in love with this. It feels like so much mermaid energy. And I hear my girlfriend Crystal saying, well, you just have new energy going, Kendal, you know? Morning Ron, morning Addison, morning Patrick. Yeah, and maybe I do have a little bit of new energy going, you know? Maybe ancient Lemurian shit is coming in and everything, but as I was getting my hair done yesterday, and I sat there, oh my God, the process us girls put ourselves through for hair, you know, I was thinking about that. I'm like, shit, you know, I spent like an hour doing my nails. I was with my beautician from 11 a.m. yesterday until 6:30 last night with her, just working on it because my blonde is blonder than what it normally is. I didn't want the golden blonde anymore. I wanted to really, you know, just like really lighten it up, which is what I needed if I wanted to do the turquoise and my hair. So everything had to just get right on color, and my hair is a bitch. Like, it goes calico and it does all this funky stuff. But I was sitting there and I'm thinking, you know, number one, you know, us girls, we just like, it's just fun because we can play with our hair. We can do different things that guys can't really do a lot of and everything. It's just cool to be able to do that. But we really dedicate a lot of time and energy to these primping things. And I know that a lot of times it's like, oh, that's so vain. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is like my vain day. I should put on my calendar, like when I go get my hair done, vain day. Because it is. It's like my vain day. It's the day that I'm just sitting there. I'm staring in a mirror all day long, right? So from 11 a.m. to 6:30 yesterday, I just sat there and I stared in this mirror at myself, watching, you know, two different beauticians working on my hair and the combing and the washing and the all the different stuff going on, and just this massive process. And at one time, and Joe, my beautician, the main one, she's like, all this attention just for one person. Isn't this just like, don't you feel like such a queen right now? And I'm like, yeah, when I get home, you know, my son's going to be like, oh, Elsa hair. And I'm like, and I always make the joke around, like, Elsa is the only Disney princess that's an actual queen, where everybody else is, you know, all the other princesses are all, oh, the prince did this, and Elsa's over there owning her empire. So I do like Elsa energy, and might as well have Elsa hair too, right? But the point is that it is kind of calling in this mermaid energy. What is a mermaid energy? I was thinking about, I'm like, you know, it's like really being like this mystical, magical, powerful creature that almost seems unreal and is so fluid and going with the flow. It's like, it's kind of like being your own unicorn in your life, right? Like this magical person. It's calling in power. And when we do these things of having our vain days, these primping processes, what are we actually doing? That was me providing myself self-care, providing myself something that means a lot to me. My hair means the world to me. And it's just, you know, like, yeah, I know that I could have short hair. I could be bald. I could be a brunette. I could be a redhead. I've done a lot of that stuff. I love my long blonde locks. That's just the way it is. It makes me feel the most powerful, the most me. I love that. So why not do something that makes me feel good? I could have spent the same amount of time working. I could have spent the same amount of time with family. I could have spent the same amount of time doing, you know, a million other things for a million other people, of which I do all the time. And here's the thing. The running theme over the last couple weeks, and I wrote about it yesterday, was, you know, being a people pleaser and saying yes to everybody else and not taking the time for self. What that actually does for us is zilch. It is the least loving thing that we can do for the people in our lives, for the things, if we want to call in abundance in our life, if we want to have magic happen in our life, then we need to have those moments where we're primping in our own fashion, taking that time for ourselves, the self-care moments, the spending the time, the money, you know, the focus on something that just makes us feel really good. And we do it in little ways. A lot of people do it in itty bitty ways. And actually, hair is a little bitty thing. But the focus is that can you take the time to really just be you? Can you let your true power out? Can you let your mermaid energy out, your unicorn energy out? And I'm not saying that in a sexual way. I mean just like that magical, powerful, mystical spirit of yours really truly just shine free. Here we are in December, one of the most magical times of the year as it's supposed to be, right? We have the belief structure around Santa Claus. There's a lot of just mystical, magical moments, joyous moments. Everything's decked out, just glistening and glitter and lights and just beauty everywhere, even though it's freaking cold out for the majority of us. And, no matter what kind of financial situation people are in or relationship situation, the world around is decking itself out. It is a time that we're supposed to be tapping into beauty, that we're supposed to be tapping into the magic of the season. But the season doesn't just have to be December. The season doesn't have to be wrapped around a holiday that some believe in and some don't. The magic doesn't have to be wrapped around giving of gifts or the receiving of gifts, around these tangible things like that. We live in a season of magic every single day of our lives. Every single day. Every day we are given the opportunity to take time for ourselves, to tap into our power, to really truly feel ourselves, to feel what makes us feel good. And every day we're also offered the opportunity to present whatever version we want of ourselves to the world, to the people that we care about, to the people that we're in contact with. We get to make that decision. We also get to make a decision of being a people pleaser and just fatiguing ourselves and emptying ourselves to the point that we have nothing more to give. I love Abraham Hicks, and Esther Hicks has this statement, and I always keep it in my mind because I have that natural ingrained people pleasing mentality. I was raised to be a people pleaser. I was raised to be pleasing to other people, to be lovable, and to just get along, to not, cause a stink or make the statement that would not be socially acceptable or anything. I mean, go figure. I do a lot of socially unacceptable things. I make a lot of stink on different things. I'm very controversial in my adult years. Over the last 15 years of my life, I've really just fuck it mentality. I'm going to be me because that's what feels right? And my tribe will attract to me, and the rest, they'll find wherever they need to go. I'm not going to worry about it. But I was raised to be that people pleaser. And Esther Hicks has this statement where she says, you can't ever be sick enough to heal the sick. You can never be broke enough to make sure that poverty doesn't exist. You'll never be skinny enough to make sure that there's no fat people on the planet. You'll never be happy enough, sad enough in your relationship to make sure that everybody else is happy. You cannot take from yourself on anything and believe that if I give this away, if I eliminate this from my life or scrimp down to the very bare necessity of survival alone, that I'm going to make an impact on the world by doing that. We're not ever going to impact the world by taking away from ourselves. There is more than enough, with plenty left over in the world on all resources, because everything is energetic. Everything just materializes from our thoughts, which create emotion, which create action, okay? Which create our world around us. So there's more than enough with plenty left over. When we take from ourselves, we are depleting not only ourselves, but we are depleting the relationship that we have with any other thing, human or not, in this world. We eliminate our chances of actually having the expansion that we want. It's cold out here, dude. No, mommy's finishing. You're gonna snuggle? Okay, fine. Rowan would like to come and participate. Okay. My 4-year-old, who decided that he wants to come and freeze his butt off with mom. So, we cannot eliminate things in our lives and do the reverse of what we want. I hear a lot of people, and I say this because I know that there's a lot of people out there that follow me and everything, and I've even been recently told, I can't afford you, you charge too much, I don't do this in my practice, so you shouldn't do that in your practice. I don't charge for that. Why do you charge for that? And I'm like, because I fucking value myself. Because, I don't believe that by me giving everything away, I give plenty away. I do plenty of good deep discounts. I tie things all the time. But I do that when my soul tells me to do it, not because I undervalue myself, not because I think that, if I don't charge as much, I'm going to help more people. That's bullshit. No, I'm going to help the same amount of people. I'm just going to help different sorts of people. Some people are really going to be tapped in and turned on and really wanting their growth and their direction and willing and understanding to that process, where others are going to go, no, you should just give that all to me for free. That's where, you get all the Facebook messages, and all my fellow coaches out there could probably understand this. You get tons of Facebook messages. Can I ask you a question? Will you give me some free advice? Well, this is just chatting. I want to be your friend so that you can give me free advice, blah, 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 blah. I don't really want to pay for it. Then you don't value it. You don't value it. Think about it. Anything that if you're going to do this, we're going to have to reevaluate you being out here, babe. If you are not willing to put your time or some sort of resource, whether that is financial or time or energy, towards something, then you're not valuing it. You're actually thinking that it's not really worth everything that it could potentially be. If you don't value your health, then you're not going to put the money out on healthy foods, healthy products, the different things that you need to keep your immune system healthy. If you don't value your health, you're not going to value exercise. You're not going to value getting outside, just the simple, having sun every day, having fresh air every day. If you don't value your mental health, your emotional health, then you're not going to value connection, of physical connection, mental connection, emotional connection, different stimuli that helps you have a healthy mental, emotional well-being. If you don't value, growth and what people can do for you, and like out there in the coaching industry, as coaches, I know it's like we don't go into the coaching practice going, I want a lifelong client. You might be a lifelong client, you might be a lifelong follower, but our ideal is to have somebody that comes in and is coachable and wants that success and is willing to get in there and do some deep dive work to crank it up so that they can go and tap in and really impact the world and do their work within 6 months to a year, where they're hardcore focused, not it taking 15 years. No, I don't want my clients for 15 years. I want my clients for like a year and a half tops. And I want them out there successful, living, growing, thriving, being the beautiful, magnificent people that they are, not coming back into stuck in victim mode, stuck in the lostness and everything. Now, we all have those points that we need a little kick in the ass from somebody. But the role of a coach is to get you moving faster. What would take you 5 years, we can get you through in a few months, because that's what we're skilled in. That's the skill set, is to change that thinking to move you forward. But if you don't value it and you think, you should just be able to give that for free, I'm like, I spent the last 25 years of my life learning what I'm learning, having the experiences that I'm having. It's fucking worth something. It is worth something. And if you're not going to value it, then you're not the person for me. I'm not the coach for you. You can go, pick stuff up for free and try to figure it out and spend the next 25 years of your life doing what I did on different things when certain things weren't available to me. It's one of those things. And here's the thing. When we step into what I'm calling that mermaid energy because of my blue hair, right? Or that unicorn vibe of just being magical, being powerful, we step into our power. We step into our power. And when we know our power, when we're really truly tapped in and feeling it, suddenly we value all that stuff. We want it all. And we know that it's going to require us making things priority. And guess what those things are? There's one thing that we have to make priority if we really truly want to have the life that we want to have. It's just one thing. That's it. One thing that we have to make priority, that we don't currently make priority. And you can say, well, I make that thing priority. I really, really do. Well, if you're not having the life that you're wanting, if you can't say, I am fucking thriving, I am so full of joy, I am so full of abundance in so many things, my life is fucking amazing, I have that fuck yes life, like I can't even imagine more, I want more, I desire more, but I can't really imagine what it's like because I'm just so expanded and it's just so absolutely fucking amazing. If you can't say that, and there's room for growth, okay? There's definitely room for growth. It also means that you're not fully tapped into making this one thing a priority. what is the thing? What is the thing? Is the topic of the day. It's you. It's all about you. Well, in this case, it's all about me. It's all about me, right? Well, you take the time to focus in on you. Are you cold? He goes climbing. All right, he got cold. So you take the time to focus in on you. When you take that time to focus in on the most important person in the room, that being you, guess what happens? Magic happens, because when you go into filling up your emotional bank account, filling up your well-being bank account, filling up your abundance bank account in multiple different things, and really truly living an abundant life, that doesn't always mean that you have, millions of dollars in the bank or something. It means that you feel abundant. It means that you feel rich. Because you've got to tap into those things, just like you've got to feel love before you can open yourself up to having that soulmate relationship. You've got to feel just full of vibrancy, like full of just life. You've got to crave life before that fuck yes life is going to come for you. Okay? You've got to actually bring it into your emotional bank account of feeling before it actually manifests. Anything that you want. We get so caught up on... Oh, I had to go get our Elsa blanket. Okay. Okay. Very insistent. Yes, very determined. Where was I? Take a sip of coffee and figure out where I was at when I got Elsa interrupted. Bank accounts. I was on bank accounts. Hey, morning, Craig. Shoot! I lost it. I lost it, guys. Hey, Addison, what was my last point? I totally lost it. Or Craig. Or Patrick. Or Ron. Anybody that's watching. What was my freaking last point? It just completely boom! Gone. Interrupted by the 4-year-old. Alright. I was on bank accounts. When we fill up the bank account. When we fill up the bank account, what ends up happening is that we create a vibration inside of ourselves. When we create that vibration, we become magnetic. Everything starts coming to us that matches that vibration, okay? If you're looking around out there and you're stuck in your head and you're like, I need to set my goals, and I need to understand, the 1, 2, 3s of bookkeeping. I need to understand advertising. I need to understand, men better. I need to understand women better. I need to understand the dating process. I need to understand the online dating process better before I can do this. I need to make sure that my resume looks a certain way before I go get the job. Before I make money. My ex-husband, he was in financial sales, and for 20 years he refused to do business unless he had a business card. He was convinced that he could not make a sale unless he had a business card. Hey, it's cold out here. He was completely convinced that if he had a business card, then he could go and talk to people. Then he could sit down at the kitchen table and talk to them about their finances, their mutual funds, their life insurance, their mortgage, all this kind of stuff. But he needed the business card to do it. Without that, he had no value. Until that business card was there and had to be perfect, he absolutely had no ability to go do anything. Now, this was the mindset, the blockage of I need this before I can feel that, before I can actually do the things and before I can step into my power, I need a piece of paper. Before I step into my power, before I have a business, before I go and get clients, before I call in that soulmate, I have to have this, I have to have that, I have to have this, I have to have this written document, I have to have full understanding. This is all in the mind. This is all the head games that we play. This is all the head games that we play in our world. And it's prevention of actually manifesting the world that we want, the life that we want. And it's really important that, when we tap into us, You're not going to go, oh, I need... Dudes.
I want it normal.
You want it normal? What is normal? Okay.
Do you have enough money?
Oh, now you're asking to buy Five Nights at Freddy. Okay, one wants me to buy Five Nights at Freddy. The other one wants his blanket normal. When we tap into our true power, we're not going to go, oh, I need to make sure that my Quicken account is fully taken care of and I understand how to run Quicken. You know, we're not going to go, oh, before I tap fully into who I am and do the things that I'm feeling called to do, I really need to make sure that I have the right accountant, that my resume looks this way, that, you know, I have this profile set up, that profile set up. These are all things that we're not going to do. Tapping into power is just about really tapping into that vibe in you where you are feeling very strong in who you are. Very, very strong in who you are. And accepting your life right where it is and falling in love with all the chaos of your life, all the precious moments of your life that you're probably not witnessing, that you're not catching because you're so focused on the things of the mind. Today I ask you to lean into that mermaid, lean into that unicorn, that magical energy, that strong power that is nothing more than your soul, nothing more than you. You guys are going to end up with like a 4-year-old in the face here, probably from him bouncing around like this. He's going to fall forward or something. When you really tap into that, here's the reality. You're going to find out how strong and beautiful you are. You're going to not go and look at all those things, right? So I want you to look at today. I want you to look and go, where am I holding myself back with these things of the mind? Where am I holding my potential back, my true power back by focusing in and thinking that I need to have boom, 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 boom? Where am I making the excuses of I don't have the time, I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the skills, I don't have the support to do what I want to do? Where are you taking away from self? Where are you taking away from self? Dude, do you have something to say? Do you want to talk on this? Yeah? Where are you taking away from yourself in today where you could be giving to yourself? Where are you being that people pleaser? Where are you leaning in and going, I can't do that because I have to take care of fill in the blank first before I can take care of myself? Actually believing that is going to get you success, happiness, joy, connection, love, instead of looking in the mirror and going, I deserve some time for me. I deserve some attention. I deserve a moment of downtime. I deserve to have my needs met, my requests, my boundaries heard, my requests heard, that stuff that I really know that I need at my core. And you already know. Here's the thing. People say all the time, I don't know what to do. Are you going to go in? No. Are you going to go? People all the time want to know, what am I supposed to do? Help me, coach me on. All right, I'm going to stick him inside because you're just being rude now. Okay, kids are inside. People tell me all the time that they need direction on this or on that, but what they're actually needing, they already know. They already have inside themselves. They already understand exactly what they need to be doing. And it's the things that make them sick to their stomachs. It's the difficult conversations of saying, no, I can't support you right there. I need to do this for me instead. No, I'm tapped out right there. No, I actually really need some help right here. It can be little things. Sometimes it's most of the time, it's itty bitty little adjustments that make all the world a difference, because is the little things that we think that don't really matter, that we end up giving away every part of ourselves over. So I ask you to look at, like, where are those little things? What are those little things that you just have become, it's just become a habit to say yes to somebody else. It's just become a habit to not ask for. It's just become a habit to just wash that underneath the carpet and go, it's not that important. Because in the back of your head you're going, I'm not really that important. I'm not really that worthy. If I don't do this for them, then they're not going to love me. They're not going to be my friend. They're not going to be my partner. They're not going to have the respect for me. People are going to have a hell of a lot more respect if you know how to say no and mean it. If you know how to say yes and mean it. If you can actually stand up and go, I need some time. I feel powerful. I know I'm powerful. I know I'm worthy. Every single challenge we have comes back to us wanting happiness and believing that we're not worthy of it. Every single thing. Does not matter what we are going after. The love, the sex, the money, the body, the house, the car, the work, the travel, the money in the bank, the retirement, all of it. We're doing so that we can feel happy, so that we can feel this happiness that is so elusive to so many, and we can only catch so many little moments of it. Like, my life is shit, but every now and then I have a happy moment. It should be the other way around. It should be the other way around. Your life should be fucking amazing, and every now and then you hit a hiccup. That's what it should be. That's the way it was intended. That's what you're worthy of. But because you believe that you're not worthy of your happiness, you're feeling more like your life is shit, and every now and then there's a moment of happiness. I ask you to look at that today. Look at it, like, really seriously, look at it. And go, where am I holding myself back because I don't believe that I'm worthy? You're fucking born worthy. You're born powerful. You're born beautiful. Perfect. In your imperfection, in your chaos, in your realness. You're perfect. The reason why I started doing conscious coffee a few years back was because it scared the shit out of me. I knew that I needed to tap into the video market. I knew that I needed that for my business and for my growth. It scared me. And I made a 30-day commitment to myself a few Decembers back. I made this commitment that I would just do this thing called conscious coffee that I woke up one morning and had thought of. In my meditation, I was like, that's kind of cool. I drink coffee every morning. And I did it at 6 a.m. faithfully for 30 days, actually longer than 30 days. And I started it, and I just wanted to grow because it was terrifying to me to get behind my little camera and to just raw talk and be that truthful person, not having makeup on, not doing my hair, half the time not brushing my teeth, in my PJs at 6 a.m. and having these conversations of soul, of alignment, of letting my true beliefs out and just being. And I thought, that's fucking crazy to do that. It's absolutely crazy to do that. But I did it. I pushed through because it was scary, because I knew that I needed to do it. And you know why? Because I wanted to show my true self. I wanted to be witnessed. I wanted to be seen. And I wanted to share. And I wanted to start witnessing others. And I knew that I needed to give permission at that time to like 1,600 people that were following me. And to, clients, like 30 clients. And it was that. But you know what? It was for me. It was my moment. It was my ability to connect into myself. It was my ability to feel all that brought up and to push through it and to expand it and to pat myself on the back and let my ego have those little moments of like, wow, that was a really fucking great talk. Or wow, that really sucked. Like, you were really like not on it today. That was not on point at all. You were so scattered. And I had to edge through the chaos like this morning with my kids coming out because they've been gone for a couple days and they're just very mom. And I took yesterday to go do my hair so they didn't see me a whole lot, But that chaos, and I bring it to the table almost faithfully daily. I let myself have some days off every now and then when life just gets into its living mode and I'm blowing and going. But how can you say that you're letting that rawness out in your life somewhere? Are you even doing it with your partner or with your children, with your best friend, Where do you let that realness really just shine? Because that's where you become radiant. That's where you glow. When you take down the facades, when you put it all away, when you tap into you, and you just go, I'm worthy no matter what. Like, if they're going to love me, they're going to love me. If they're not going to love me, they're not going to love me. The haters are always going to be haters, and lovers are always going to be lovers. And that's just the way we need to realize that we just need to show up, stand in our power, be who we are, and know that we're fucking worthy just for being us. Just for being us, tapping into us. And I encourage you today, I encourage you to look for those moments to tap into you, to be you, and to stop worrying what the fuck everybody else is thinking. Stop acting like the 16-year-old school kid who really thinks that the person next to them in class really ultimately gives a shit long term about what their shoes are. They don't care. They don't care. They might care for a second because they're stupid 16-year-olds, but they don't really care. We're adults. We've been through this. You should know that. At this point in the game, you should realize that this life that you are living is for you. It is for you. But how are you giving it away to others? How are you giving it away and not stepping into who you really are? That's what I encourage you to do. So, with my newfound blue hair, mermaid hair, that I'm in love with, I ask you to do that. You're going to see journal prompts popping up on the comment section. Yeah, I just ask you to tap into you, know that you're worthy, love yourself. Because until you do, until you think you're worthy, until you know that you're worthy, until you love yourself, until you feel your power, until you respect yourself, until you can stand strong in who you are, nobody else will respect you. Nobody else will love you the way you want to be loved. Nobody else will think that you're valuable or worthy of things. That all comes from you. You magnetize it. So make sure that you feel that way about yourself, but you can't lie to yourself about it, okay? This isn't a fake it till you make it type gig. You gotta like really feel it, because you can't lie to energy. Your cells know the truth. God knows the truth. There is no getting around this one. Do your work. Do your work. Tap in. Love yourself. And as always, stop existing, start living. You can follow me, of course, at www.kendalwilliams.com, or on here, on YouTube, on my business page, on my personal profile, on any other place that you might find me. I'm all over the freaking place. And I happen to have an amazing special going, which is my 12 days of Christmas. Absolutely fucking awesome bundle sale. So I've got bundles for all you goddesses out there, so you can find your power, find your soulmate, tap into really truly loving yourself. Like, it is 8 beautiful online workshops I've created over the course of the last 2 years. And this beautiful, beautiful stuff with massive power in there for you to really tap into that goddess energy and know the strong, beautiful woman that you are. Then I have 8 workshops for men to help you with, guess what? Finding your purpose, stepping into your primal nature, really stepping into your divine masculine, and also understanding women, understanding relationship, intimacy, sex, tantra, all that beautiful stuff. 8 beautiful workshops there too. And then for all my beautiful people who are out there working on entrepreneurship, building their businesses, that bundle of Be Your Own Boss in 2020 bundle, where it is 5 online workshops where you can really tap into having that ideal kick-ass business of today, one that you're not just doing for the money, but you actually love at a deep soul level. So make sure that you look in the comment section, click on that. It is good. This special is good until Christmas, okay? On Christmas, it's gone, okay? It will be gone on the 26th of Christmas. This will be no more. You're going to be saving up to 80% on these bundles. Some of them, if the bundles can go up to $1,800 for the bundle, and you're getting it 80% off. That's $197 is what the bundles are. But it is very, very powerful. And tell you what, it's a year or 2 worth of learning for under $200. So don't be stupid. Don't wait on that. Click on the link and get your bundle today. I love you guys. I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee. Go tap into your power and love yourself. I love you guys.